The greatest things about the STEM Teach program is that I get to learn new content from my discipline area.
All the teachers who come from all over the state are working to develop units of study that they can take back to their classrooms and to their schools and districts and implement immediately.
The STEM Teach program comes with a lot of built-in benefits, including being able to offer graduate credit for free. That's huge when it comes to a teacher. A lot of times we try to continue our education, but it's hard to find classes that fit into our schedule or that fit into our budget.
The STEM Teach program is really a big help to our teachers. Many of them are younger teachers, and just the idea of being able to afford higher ed on a teacher's salary is a challenge. And so the fact that this is a no-cost graduate course tuition is great, as well as it will help them with the $400 stipend is a nice thing to get.
STEM Teach is a program that is a collaboration between the Independent Colleges of Indiana and the Center of Excellence in Leadership of Learning. Together, we partnered on a grant proposal funded by the Indiana legislature.
ICI, the organization which represents the state's 31 private nonprofit colleges and universities, was instrumental in sourcing the funding from the state for the STEM Teach grant.
The primary goal is to reach more K-12 teachers to improve their STEM content knowledge and skill levels.
The STEM Teach program, I think, has given our teachers a lot more confidence in teaching the higher level difficult math and science concepts.
The program was set up so that different courses in STEM areas and as well as workshops could be offered across the state to K-12 educators in all of the different STEM disciplines.
Now I'm able to study things like forensics, DNA technologies, nanotechnologies, and when I was in college, I didn't even know about those areas of study. So it's been really helpful in helping me create more opportunities to learn about my content area.
The teachers of the upper grades can kind of see here are the ways that teachers at the lower grades are preparing them as they work through the system, but it also gives those teachers at the younger grades an opportunity to see what am I preparing these students for, where are they going, what is their future going to look like.
We are also trying to help our high school teachers who need to be credentialed to teach dual credit courses. And STEM Teach offers some graduate level courses so teachers can have that option as well.
As a professor, I get to interact with practicing teachers who are out in the field in real classrooms with real kids every single day. I get to actually watch these experts in action, and I get to hear the dialogue that they're having together. And then I get to use that information to help improve my own teaching of pre-service teachers and with the students that I work with in the graduate programs here at Butler University. So there are all kinds of benefits for me as a professor, and so that's part of the reason why I love to teach in the STEM Teach program.
The STEM Teach program has impacted my students, especially this year. I've been able to develop increased lab activities for my students.
So one of the best parts about this program is that I get to do something that I'm passionate about with people who are passionate about the same thing.
That they love getting back here in the lab and getting their hands on the manipulatives or even the materials in order to learn, what are we talking about when we talk about DNA technology, or what do we mean by nucleotide sequences. So it's really given me the resources that I need in order to bring those concepts to life for my students.
The STEM Teach program, I think, will help us be able to attract teachers in the STEM science and engineering and math area to come into education if they know there are some incentives for them to continue their growth and their content knowledge. And I think it will help us retain teachers too.
STEM Teach program is certainly worth the investment because, as we have seen in the conversations around where our society goes in terms of economic output and really growth for the future, STEM fields continue to be at the forefront of that discussion.
So I think if we can continue, the funding for programs like this, it really will help us get some of our top level scientists and engineering students to at least consider teaching.
STEM Teach works in terms of being a win-win for both higher education institutions and K-12 teachers.
The success of it is the reason why it should continue.
It's really beneficial in so many different ways.